I got hose. I got hose. Just like that. All right, essentially what we have here is I took the old injector things out. They were just siliconed in. And I have the new ones. They actually sit a little bit shallower than these ones. So my purple tops and my ID 2000s will actually fit. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Toyota gasket maker again. And I'm just going to put a little bit around the edge, put them in, and then wipe away any that's excess and let that dry. These holes are a little roughed up, and that's because I had to use my Dremel to clean off the powder coating. I powder coated this before I had these injectors. This is not the best method. The best method would be to weld these plugs in. Unfortunately, I can't weld the powder coating, and I don't really want to grind this away. People have got away with just putting them in this way. Of course, I've had good luck this way as well. People are going to hate me right now for doing this. Don't hate. I'm just a rookie. Okay, so I just sent the fuel injectors out to be cleaned. So I won't be putting the fuel rail in the injectors on yet. The upper intake manifold goes on after the car's in the engine. After the engine's in the car. Because the wiring harness has to run to the injectors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some paper towels in here, cover this all back up again, and we'll try and find something else to do. Alrighty now, so we got our last two valve shims. We're just gonna pop those in where they need to go. Well, that's it. We can get ready to start putting stuff on. Gonna clean off a bit of gasket residue. Before I go ahead and put the cams in, I'm actually gonna put the front cover and the timing belt and stuff on, just so I can get the pistons where I want them. Because now that I put bigger cams in, the engine is interference, so that means that the cams, or the valves and the pistons can hit each other if the cam's at full open and the piston's at top dead center. So you don't want to have stuff out of time while you're doing this kind of, just because you don't want valves to hit pistons. So I just had the tape on here because there's actually a little key for your crank. It's in the bottom. All right, now on this fluid damper, it's this second line that's actually 0 degrees. So that should be top dead center on number 1. So I put my extension in there just to show you. But I mean, it is top dead center on number 1. If I keep going, it's gonna drop. What I'm actually gonna do is turn it around, because you don't wanna rotate the engine backwards. But I'm just gonna leave the engine like 20 degrees before top dead center on number 1, which should mean that none of them are actually near the top, and I should be able to assemble my cams. Essentially what I did was I left it like 20 degrees before top dead center on the crank, which means all the pistons are gonna be below the head and none of them are gonna be near top dead center. So I can assemble my cams as if they were going to be lined up timed at top dead center on the bottom at 0 degrees or whatever on the crank. And then I'll just roll the engine forward. That way I'll never have any chance of the valves hitting the pistons, which is a big concern with interference engines. So how we're gonna do this is the backing plate for the front, and you can see that both cam gears are timed so they're straight up. There's 2 markings on the cam gears. So we're just gonna use the straight up position. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting assembly lube on almost everything. Mix between This is our intake cam first. As you can see on the cam gear, maybe, right here is the mark, so that's what we want up. These are just temporary. I do have a set of lockable, adjustable cam gear coming from Powerhouse Racing. And our intake caps. I mean, a bit of the front intake cap actually gets some silicone on it to seal the passageways, so I gotta clean this off and then reapply some silicone on it. A little bit of stuff. Before I put this on completely, I'm actually gonna put the cam seal on here too, because it's just easier that way. Pop that on there. It's just easier to put it in now and then tap it in after. And we'll tighten all this down. Essentially, we're just gonna do the same thing for the other side. I'm gonna skip that part and go. Like I said, these aren't permanently going on. I have an adjustable set coming. I'm just putting this on here to time it for now. I don't know why I lined these up already. I didn't put the crank back to where it's supposed to go. I have a new timing tensioner coming, but this is the hydraulic tensioner that goes in there. And you just hold it in with an Allen key once you depress it. Mine's kind of bending a little bit. Sometimes you may need to roll the cam forward a little bit. Grab the next tooth. Bolt their tensioner in. I think I ruined my Allen key. think I bent it a little bit. Oops. Now I can roll it over on the crank and see if we actually did it. Zero. Up, up. We got it, it's in time. Now I can check my valve clearance. Now that's in time, I know it was a lot of work, but now I can actually check my valve clearances again. I was too scared to try it with the head on. I was a little impatient. So I do have a new set of cam gears coming from Powerhouse Racing. They're adjustable and lockable. I do have degree wheel coming and a dial indicator, and then we'll actually degree the cams into what the cam card spec is. I'm just gonna recheck these clearances again, and that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. We'll probably put the shifter in the car so we can put the engine and transmission in next. Peace.